Hello guys and welcome back to another video. And today I'm gonna give you 3 heavily discounted dividend stocks to buy right now. And even though the markets have performed very well recently and we just hit a new all-time high, then I've still managed to find 3 stocks that are trading at a really good valuation and that potentially could be the perfect pickup for your portfolio going into March. But before we get to that, then in case you're new to the channel, then my name is Kasper and here we strictly talk about investing and financial freedom. So if you really like investing and you want to retire early, well then press that subscribe button below. And also guys, please leave a comment below on which stocks you're looking to buy at the moment. It would be very interesting to hear your thoughts as well. So moving straight to the first one on my list today. And here we have Pfizer, ticker symbol PFE. And this is one of the largest biotech companies out there. And they are probably most known for their COVID-19 vaccines. However, they do have so much more to offer. And they currently have a revenue of $59 billion. And they are selling their products in more than 185 different countries. And they have 112 different products in their pipeline. And some of them are looking really promising. Pfizer has had a rough time since the pandemic. But I do really believe that they have a lot of potential going forward, especially at the current valuation and with a very strong pipeline of products. And they currently have a share price of $27, and during the last month, well then they're down by 2%. However, during the last 12 months, then they're down by 34%, and that is a lot. And they are currently sitting pretty close to the 52-week low as well, and they are trading at a forward EPS of 2.22, and they have a forward price to earnings ratio of 12.5. The current valuation for Pfizer is looking really interesting to us investors. There is a lot of room for growth here, especially with a very strong pipeline of products. But let's just have a look at their dividends. And they are very solid when it comes to dividends. And they currently have a dividend yield sitting just above 6%. And that is extremely nice. But they do have a pretty high payout ratio, sitting at 89%. And I would really like to see this one coming down to at least 75% for Pfizer. They also have a 4.7% 5-year growth rate in their dividends, and even though that might not sound like a lot, then it is still pretty good considering that they already have a dividend yield sitting above 6%, and increasing that even further is absolutely amazing. And lastly, then they have been growing their dividends for the last 13 years in a row. Pfizer is looking really interesting right now. They have a very attractive valuation and they are paying some great dividends. So if you have been looking for a biotech company, then Pfizer might be the perfect solution for you. So moving on to the second company of discounted dividend stocks to buy here in March. And here we have Realty Income Corp, ticker symbol O. We have to talk about the monthly dividend king, whose share price is down yet again. And during the last month, then Realty Income Corp has seen a drop of 5%. And that is a lot in a really short amount of time. And if we zoom out and look at the performance during the last year, well then they are down by 20%. And zooming out even once more and looking at the last 5 years, well then they are down by 21%. So most of the damage has definitely been done during the last 12 months. And the majority of that is the thing I've been saying again and again and again, and that is the interest rates. And whenever it comes to anything that is related to the real estate sector, then debt is a really important component. REITs are basically taking on debt and borrowing money in order to buy new real estate assets, and that is essentially how they grow their business. But whenever the interest rate is going up, then borrowing money becomes more expensive because the interest you have to pay on the loan is increasing, and that makes their business model less profitable, and that has a negative impact on their share price. There has been a lot of talk about when the Federal Reserve is going to decrease the interest rates again. And they have officially said that it is going to happen during 2024, and that is definitely going to benefit REITs a lot. But whenever the share price goes down, we get a great opportunity to buy more shares in these awesome companies. And I have actually taken advantage of that myself, and I have bought even more shares in Realty Income Corp. But let's just have a look at their dividends, because they are absolutely amazing when it comes to dividends. And they currently have a dividend yield sitting at 5.8%, and that is really nice. And they have a payout ratio sitting at 74%. I would usually say that is a bit high, but for a REIT, then that is completely normal and nothing to worry about at all. And they also have a 5-year growth rate in their dividends of 3.6%. And even though that is not the highest growth rate, then it is still pretty good considering that they already have a dividend yield sitting really close to 6%. Growing that even more is just amazing. And they have also been increasing their dividends every single year for the last 26 years in a row. And that is pretty nice as well. Realty Income Corp is one of my all-time favorite dividend companies and one of my largest positions in individual stocks. And right now, then it is trading at a great valuation. So if you don't have the stock already, then I would highly recommend you to look further into it. And moving on to the third and last discounted dividend stock to buy in March. And here we have United Parcel Service, ticker symbol UPS. And during the last month, then the share price has dropped by more than 7%. And most of that happened at the end of January, where they just released their quarterly earnings. And that was below investors' expectations. But the stock has recovered a bit since that. And looking at their share price performance during the last 12 months, well then they're down by 17%. So they have definitely taken a big hit during the last year. But let's move straight into their dividends. And they currently have a pretty nice dividend yield sitting at 4.39%, a payout ratio of 74, and a 5-year growth rate in their dividends of 12%. And a 12% growth rate in dividends is absolutely amazing. It is just what you want to see if you are a dividend investor. And they have also been growing their dividends for the last 14 years in a row. And that is pretty nice as well. Overall, then is UPS looking really solid. They have a very attractive share price. And they have been very good at increasing their dividend at a very aggressive pace. So if you have been looking at UPS, then right now might not be the worst time to buy the stock. And these were basically my top 3 discounted dividend stocks to buy in March. However, I do also have some additional stocks that is definitely worth mentioning. And the first one is gonna be Starbucks, ticker symbol SBUX. And they are actually up by 2% during the last month. But if we look at the last year, well then they are down by more than 7%. And I have actually recently purchased more shares in Starbucks because I do believe that the current valuation is looking really good. But moving on to the next one, and this one is VP Carry, ticker symbol WPC. And this one almost made it into my top 3 in this video. And during the last month alone, then the share price has dropped by 14%. And during the last 12 months, then they are down by 31%. So there's definitely a bit of a discount to be found here as well. And the last one that I want to include is General Mills, ticker symbol GIS. And they are actually also up by 2% during the last month. However, during the last year, then they are down by almost 19%. And the share price for General Mills is looking really solid at the moment as well. Anyways, these are basically all of the stocks that I do believe is trading at a great valuation going into March. If you have anything you would like to add to the list, then please let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope that you liked the video. If you did, then don't forget to press the like button below and subscribe to my channel for more weekly videos just like this one. See you guys in the next one.